I'm gonna put that on. We had a discussion off camera, but that I want to say on camera.
Very briefly, but yeah.
We were thinking. Johnny was still saying how he thinks this case is forced, and I was like, you know what? I think it is forced, and I think that's on purpose because we were literally forced to do this case. And Johnny has had a problem with how Phoenix has been acting, and I'm like, you're right. And then I think that's because he has something on the line right now. He needs to get the not guilty verdict because he has something on the line. Maya. He wants to make sure she's safe. So right now, he's actually doing what Edgeworth used to do, and that's do anything to try to get the verdict he wants, even if it means hurting people, like he did with Andrews. So actually, right now, like Phoenix, he is being an ass. He is not.
It's almost like Miles and
Phoenix kind of switched places.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's... Damn it, that's actually really cool. But why are we playing as Phoenix still? Why not just leave that as Miles and we play as him?
Because, I don't know, maybe it's to show, like, how flimsy... Matter of fact, Edgeworth even touched on it, right? Like what's your reason for doing this, you know? It's kind of to show how flimsy maybe the reason to resolves can be sometimes.
Well, I thought the whole resolve that, to me, I like Miles's, like, new take on it, is that before, instead of just trying to have a perfect record, his whole thing is he wants to find out the truth.
Yeah, and that's how Phoenix used to be.
Right or wrong, that's what he wants. And
that's how Phoenix used to be. And to some extent, I think Phoenix still thinks that is what he wants. But right now...
he just wants Maya safe.
Exactly.
I don't know why, but somehow that just seems weird, even for him. Maybe that's why I have an issue with it, is because
he's just acting slightly out of character right now. But like I said, I think the reason he's acting slightly out of character is because
he has something to lose out of it.
The situation he finds himself in and how stressed he is.
Yeah, I just...
Well, let's continue.
Adrian did it?
That's what it looks like.
Dude, no way. That woman couldn't do anything like that.
In court today, there will be a mountain of evidence that will implicate you.
Mountain of evidence?
I'm certain that there is someone out there who is trying very hard to pin this whole thing on you.
Please, Mr. Lawyer, dude, like I said yesterday, I'm refreshing like a spring breeze, alright? I can't let any sort of scandal ruin that.
I understand.
Well, well, it's almost time. I think it's...
Oh, no, it's...
Oh. I didn't realize she was still channeling.
I guess she is.
Right. We must get a complete acquittal today.
I know. But I can't focus on Maya's situation right now. Or Pearl's either. No matter what, I have to focus on winning this case by the end of the day. See what I mean? No matter what, he has to focus on winning. That's all he cares about right now.
Yeah, and I it just seems odd, because I thought that was, like, Franziska's whole thing. So now it seems like it seems to turn this
it's
lawyering thing almost political? Is that a weird way of putting it? But, it feels like a very us versus them kind of thing, as opposed to, well, what really happened.
Yeah. But again, I think it's just because of the state of mind Phoenix is in right now and the stressful situation.
Yeah, and maybe I'm just... maybe it just irks me too much. I don't know.
Maybe, but
because I understand exactly where you're coming from about him being stressed and he's got something to lose now. So I don't know. It just still bothers me.
I think maybe it's supposed to, if that makes sense. Like, you're supposed to be bothered by this because it's not how Phoenix is supposed to act. You know?
Yeah.
And maybe by the end of this case, Phoenix will, like, learn something about himself or something, maybe, like, have a realization,
It just seems odd for it to happen in the first place, though.
Again, the situation we're put in.
Just given what you told me last episode and the way things are going about, this...
Well, anyway.
Indeed. Well, let's get going.
It's him. This is Wright.
Good morning. Is it Mr. Attorney? This is it, Mr. Attorney, the day of the trial.
Maya, She's unharmed, right?
Well, when I checked on her earlier this morning, she seemed a bit, how shall we say, tired. Don't worry, people don't die that easily. Besides, what you really should be concentrating on is winning today's trial. For my sake, as well as yours, you must win today's trial. Which is why I sent you a little present this morning.
Present? What in the world would you want me to give? What do you want to give me?
You'll figure it out once the trial starts. And even if you don't like my gift, I expect you to graciously accept it and win the day's contest. If you please.
Oh, I remember what his gift is. Fuck. Okay, well, anyway. Wait! The kidnapper sent me a present?
Mr. Lawyer Dude, who is that?
No one. It has nothing to do with you, so forget you heard anything.
Dude, did your nose just get longer?
Yeah, even other people point out, like, dude, what the fuck? Why are you acting like this, you know?
Phoenix, let them help you! Stop being such a fucking prick!
Right.
Ugh!
Have you
I feel like I've made that point before, honestly.
Maybe.
Court is now in session for the trial of Not on Guard. Are the prosecution and defense ready?
The defense is ready, Your Honor.
I say, Mr. Wright, what happened to Miss Von Karma?
I don't know, Your Honor. Why are you getting mad at me? Your Honor!
Please be quiet, bailiff. Court is in session. If you must tell me something, please keep it brief. Now then, what is it?
Prosecutor Von Karma has... This morning, Miss Von Karma was shot by an unknown gunman.
Holy shit!
What?
Shot? That's the present.
Somehow, I think this is the present that man was talking about.
Okay, they're just gonna spell it out for us. That's fine.
What?
Yeah, his present was that he shot Von Karma.
Holy shit!
Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
I thought this guy had a sense of, like...
He didn't kill her, but he hospitalized her.
The fuck?
Hmm.
What, to give Phoenix more time to investigate further? Because, I mean, I think we've already kind of got what we needed.
I mean, possibly, I guess.
We could definitely, at least, if nothing else, prove that Matt's innocent.
Hmm.
So, what else do we need to do? Like... What was the point of this?
Maybe the killer thought that would give him an edge. Like, if there's no prosecution, does that mean he wins automatically?
I mean, no. It just means that another prosecution would be assigned to the case, and they would continue that way.
That's true, but maybe he was like, Von Karma would be a pain to deal with or something. Maybe maybe the new prosecutor is gonna be someone like easy to like trump, like Payne, for example. You know?
Oh, maybe because Von Karma's off the case, Edgeworth is going to be the prosecutor now, and he already agrees that, yeah, Matt's innocent.
I mean, yeah, maybe.
I love it, but I hate it.
Yeah.
Anyway.
His present.
Miss Von Karma is one of the top prosecutors in the country at the moment. If she were to disappear, it would be to your advantage.
This is...
We literally just spelled this out.
Yeah. But it's fine.
Yeah, I just...
you know what?
I'm angry that we talked about it and we just, we
figured it out,
and then it's spelling it out for us.
Right, if we just clicked a few more times.
Right.
But at least we can feel smart. Right?
Yeah.
We figured it out before the game had to spell it out for us.
You're predictable, man. But I mean, at the same time, like, I don't know. It feels in a weird way kind of like pandering a little bit too much, you know?
I think these games were technically made for teenagers, so I mean...
Oh, I thought they were like definitely a young adult series.
Because
I know Nancy Drew is definitely teen-oriented. But those games are fucking difficult sometimes, man.
Yeah.
Like, I wouldn't expect to say that, but Nancy Drew, holy shit.
I mean, I guess ratings don't mean anything, but these games were rated T for teen.
Well, I don't know then.
Yeah.
I mean, maybe it's...
aimed at a slightly younger audience.
Who may not necessarily have picked up on certain experiences and things in the world. So,
yeah.
I mean, I guess that way I can see it, especially since it's supposed to be played, it's probably meant to be played solo.
Yeah.
I guess. But, I don't know, having you here to talk about it and everything just makes me realize this game is...
It's fine, though.
It is, but like, it's just...
Yeah.
Sometimes the on-the-noseness gets to be a little too on the nose, and it's like, okay, no,
But
fuck you.
Sometimes it can be like one of those things where, like, yeah, it's campy, but we enjoy it for the campiness. You know?
Yeah, I just... Sometimes it's too much.
Yeah, that's fair.
You know,
Yeah.
there is such a thing as too much campy. Which, don't get me wrong, I love campy, but...
But yeah, anyway. This is totally insane. Miss Von Karma, is she alright?
I don't have that answer.
She's alive and in stable... did you want to read that?
I'm pretty sure this is Edgeworth.
Oh, okay, go ahead.
Because it doesn't say bailiff, so...
That's true.
She's alive, and in stable condition.
That's good. Phew. You're...
I thought he'd show up. Yep.
He's on the witness stand?
Your Honor, due to the circumstances... Oh, I'm sorry.
Your Honor, due to the circumstances, Miss Franziska von Karma cannot appear in court today.
I don't know why I started reading. I know you're it, Edward. It's just automatic. I was like, hey, words.
Hey, words! Nick 2020. Hey, words! Words mean things!
Oh, jeez. Anyway.
Words. I, Miles Edgeworth, will be taking her place. The prosecution is ready. Naturally. Does it feel wrong to just be like, predictable? I don't...
I mean, come on. It's kind of cool.
I feel smart, but also at the same time,
It's like we've been going through this whole game fighting against Von Karma, and now we're back to, like, Phoenix versus Edgeworth.
I know, but, like, I was really... I still really think they should have went with, like, a completely, like, separate series of the two of them working together. You know? And to me, that's what Ace Attorney should be, is the two of these guys running around collecting evidence and finding the bad guys bad and the good guys good. You know?
And I think that's, in the end, what it will come down to. But, right now...
I think the whole transition to getting there at this point is just... odd.
It might be odd, but anyway... At least at this point, it's not like they're, like, heated rivals anymore. They're more like friendly rivals.
I guess I feel like it's only a rivalry on fucking Phoenix's part at this point.
Yeah.
Where they're like, yeah, dude, you're like my best friend.
Yeah.
Like, and I just...
I think Phoenix is just kind of holding a small grudge, but he'll get over it. And then they'll go back to being like buddy-buddy.
Probably, but I mean, like, the thing is, in the first game, up until about, you know, like, towards the end of Case 3, we had a reason to be rivals with Edgeworth, and that's no longer there. So the fact that they're still trying to play out the rival dynamic when they're closer to just being friends, and Phoenix is just being a petty bitch, it just feels strange. Especially, and I mean, stress and whatnot, you can use that to explain some of the things like how much of an asshole he's being to Andrews and everything. But the rest of this case just... It feels, again, a little too on the nose.
If you say so. Maybe I also said too much, too, about, you know, I guess... I don't know, I feel like it's obvious that obviously it's the assassin who killed the person.
I mean, yeah,
and so maybe I was like gonna say maybe by me saying that I said too much, so that way.
So you think I spoiled my view on how I'm supposed to be approaching the case because you revealed that?
Maybe, but I
know because I know who the killer is now. I guess.
Maybe.
I mean, at the same time though, it is a little on the nose that if the assassin is the assassin, like.
Again, though, it's more like we're not trying to figure out who killed them. We're trying to figure out who hired the assassin.
Right.
But we haven't even gotten to that part in the trial yet. Like, the assassin hasn't even come up.
Well, I mean, we know the killer is the killer. He said so himself.
Right, exactly.
But we don't have any reason to not trust that.
But, I mean, when it comes to the evidence and whatnot, we have nothing.
I guess, but again, so then we're not trying to prove who killed them, we're trying to prove who hired him, and we haven't even touched on it, so everything we've done so far is...
It's been kind of pointless.
Exactly, and I guess that's my main issue.
So
maybe, we've been just dicking around this whole entire thing.
So maybe that
we had the proof and the evidence to show that Matt was innocent long before we ever got to dealing with Adrian, honestly.
So,
So, like, the biggest revelation that we're supposed to have is that, no, she didn't do it either. Pointless.
although Phoenix thinks that she might still have done it.
Right, which is still weird. Like, I mean, you broke all the psych locks. She herself, with no, like, emotional shielding or anything, and her entire self broken, said, no, I didn't do it. And you still don't believe her. Like, Phoenix, why would this psych lock of all of them be...
Yeah. But, yeah, going back to what I said before, though, maybe me saying that did kind of spoil this experience for you.
Maybe, but
because yeah, I guess coming in from the view that we already know the killer's the assassin, so all this is just sticking around. Because we haven't even gotten any evidence about the assassin or anything yet. We haven't touched on that yet.
I guess. But, again, they threw him in right at the beginning.
Yeah.
And, like...
And again, I told you about the whole calling card being picked up thing. Like, if I didn't say that, then you wouldn't have known that.
Yeah, so, I mean, maybe spoilers did kind of ruin my... I mean, maybe. But I also think that even so, spoilers, this is, like, one rare instance where spoilers can actually, like, fuck up your view on things and, you know, make you play the game differently.
Maybe.
Because, I mean, maybe going through this whole thing, maybe I would have been more sympathetic towards, you know, Phoenix doing some of the things he did because I didn't know, like, him. But... okay, alright. Alright, I'm sorry then.
No. You can't help the way you feel. I'm just sorry that I ruined the experience for you.
I mean, I don't think it necessarily ruined it. I think it just gave me a different experience.
Yeah.
And it's not what I was expecting.
Fair enough, fair enough. Anyway, shall we continue?
Yeah.
Miss Von Karma was shot in her right shoulder and is currently undergoing surgery. Luckily, I have looked this case over and am familiar with the details. The prosecution seeks to prove the guilt of Mr. Matt Ungard. The court acknowledges the prosecution. Right. I finally found the answer I was struggling for on my long journey this past year. By the time this case comes to an end, you too will know the answer. Now then, the prosecution would like to call its first witness. Please bring Detective Gumshoe to the witness stand.
He's always the first witness.
Every time.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, he's the, you know, their source, so I guess.
That's fair, yeah.
Witness, your name and occupation. My name's Dick Gumshoe, sir. I'm a detective down at the precinct. For now. For now. After this trial's over, I'm supposed to turn in my badge, sir.
Detective Gumshoe?
The prosecution has no need for a depressed witness. Lift your head up and face forward like a proud officer, Detective Dick Gumshoe. Yes, sir.
Also, this is like the second time you've been fired, so honestly, like, you should be used to it by now.
I don't know about necessarily used to it, but definitely it would. I can imagine it, you know, stinging a little. But also, I feel like it's not going to happen because I think Edgeworth is going to step in and be like, don't you fucking fire him.
Yeah, plus it's only Von Karma who's like firing him, and Edgeworth, I think, probably has...
I feel like this whole thing is basically all Edgeworth that... All that needs to happen for that whole situation, Edgeworth just literally just needs to walk into Von Karma and just fucking slap her across the face. You dumb bitch.
Jeez.
I don't care if it's, you know, a guy or a girl. When you acted this stupid, you get slapped. That's the way I feel.
Alright, fair enough.
And also being that much of an asshole about it, but, you know, that's...
No, yeah.
Anyway, now, let's have your testimony. If we want to explore the various facets of this case, we must start with that. Get ready, Phoenix. This is going to be one very rough fight.
Yeah, it would have to be with Edward as my opponent. The answer he was struggling for. Interesting. Show me this answer you finally found, Edward.
You know what, now that I like talked it over with you and everything, it came to the realization that, oh yeah, I'm having a different experience because I know things I wasn't supposed to just yet. I understand now where Phoenix was coming from. And now I'm upset because I feel weird about this whole thing.
Well, it's fine. Alright, I'll pause the episode. Alright, bare facts of the case.
This murder happened after the Hero of Heroes Award ceremony, sir. The victim, Juan Corrida, was found dead in his hotel room. After looking into the cause of death, we believe he was definitely murdered, sir. At first, we thought there was something suspicious about the empty guitar case. However, we later found out that the guitar case had nothing to do with the murder.
Interesting thing to say in your testimony.
So what about the guitar? Where is it?
Right.
Why is it gone?
Yeah.
Oh. After the award ceremony ended, the victim was alone in his room? Yes, sir. Both the victim and defendant went alone to their rooms, sir. I see. Mr. Wright, you may begin your cross-examination.
Would you please give us a brief timeline on what happened after the ceremony?
Okay, pal. The ceremony started at 6 p.m. It ended around 8 p.m., and then there was a short break. A special post-ceremony show was supposed to start in the lobby 30 minutes later.
And that's when the victim's body was found, correct?
Which is to say, the murder occurred during that 30-minute break period. Please continue with your testimony, Detective.
The person who discovered the victim's body was Adrian Andrews, correct?
Yeah. Who is this Adrian Andrews you're talking about? She's a defendant, Matt Ungard's manager. She's a really pretty lady, sir. Ah, so she's a pretty lady. I wonder if she will grace us with her presence. When the post-ceremony show was about to start, she went to get Mr. Ungard. After visiting his room, she went to the victim's room to get him for the show, sir. I see, and that's when she found the victim's body.
The cause of death. Wasn't that because Mr. Corda was stabbed in the chest?
Only a careless amateur would believe something so brainless as that, pal.
Isn't that what you told us, though?
Just...
But when we talked to him in the hotel room.
I wonder if this calls for an updated autopsy report.
I know, right? Cause like, hear me out. Like, we figured it out. Obviously, they can't be the cause of death. He wasn't even stabbed where his heart was, you know?
Yeah, don't get me wrong. Like I said, it would be painful, and theoretically, he could die from shock and or bleeding out, but it didn't look like either of those were the cause.
Right, but Gumshoe seemed to say that's what the cause of death was. But now he's saying, you would be dumb if you thought that was the case.
So at this point, that means that there must have been something weird with the knife. Like maybe, for whatever reason, Corrida was like allergic to gold or something. So using the special gold knife is what killed him, because he had an allergy.
Maybe, yeah.
That's literally the only thing I can think of right now. Other than, or maybe the knife was coated in something, and that's what killed him. Because it was venomous or poisonous or whatever.
Maybe, but I think
those are literally the only two explanations. Either he's allergic to gold, or he was poisoned by being stabbed.
I think they're about to tell us.
Take a good, hard look at the crime photo. Now, a real pro's attention will be drawn here, to this bandana. Banana? His bandana, sir. That's the thing wrapped tightly around his neck, sir. Oh, yes, I see. His banana-scented bandana.
Then what?
I guess the judge has a banana fixation?
I guess.
Anyway.
Then what about the knife?
It seems that it was stuck in the victim's chest on purpose after his death. Wow!
You don't say!
We have a crafty murderer on our hands here.
Updated autopsy report. Well, actually, this is the first time we're getting it.
Yeah. We're gonna get an updated autopsy report, though.
Jeez. Sorry. And why do you think that?
Because it was empty, pal. The Jammin' Ninja doesn't go anywhere without his bright red guitar. And we couldn't find it anywhere at the scene of the crime. Oh, then how about this theory? A friend really wanted the guitar and did the crime to get it. How's that? We thought of that too, but... The only fingerprints in the guitar case were the victims.
Only the victims, huh?
I see. So much for my theory, then.
What convinced you that it had nothing to do with the case?
The guitar wasn't at the Gaywater Hotel that night. Well, then, where was it? The bright red guitar was eventually found at the TV studio. The victim, Juan Correa, had apparently only taken the case with him, sir. So your man here forgot to put the guitar inside the case? Yes, sir. Even when he was on stage for the ceremony, he didn't have the guitar.
So that guitar case was empty even before he got to the hotel.
Yeah, that's right. So it really had nothing to do with the case after all. I believe that is enough. First, the victim was choked to death with his bandana. Then, after the victim was dead, the killer deliberately stabbed him with a knife. Which brings me to my next point. Why, then, did the police arrest Matt Ongard? Because there was reason enough to suspect him.
Here it comes. Looks like Edward's back in full swing.
Very well. Detective Gumshoe, please testify about this matter. Well, I mean, the thing is, though, he just stated the fact that there was evidence to implicate him, so that's why he was arrested.
Yeah.
Phoenix, calm the fuck down!
Phoenix already knows what this evidence is. He just has to fight against it.
Why can't he just pop up and be like, actually... Why didn't he talk to Edgeworth about this prior?
Like cross-examine to like.
Why didn't he go to Edgeworth and be like, yeah, by the way, that's all bullshit?
Well, we don't actually have any refutes, because
for the evidence of Matt being innocent.
Well, think about it. They said they found fingerprints on the knife, which is true, and they also found the button on his costume, which is also true.
Right. And there was a struggle between the two, and the button came off during the struggle, so it implicates the idea that it was not planted there, but...
But we could say it was planted there, but we don't have any evidence to prove that.
Yeah, I guess.
And the fingerprints seem pretty damning. Why would the fingerprints be on the knife? If he's not the one that stabbed him.
But they both used the same gold... They both used gold utensils. Literally, all they had to do was swap the knife utensils, and then after the swap, stab the body.
And you remember when Phoenix said there's something odd about the plates?
I didn't even notice. Only the forks was left on his plate. There was no knife.
Correct.
Because it was in his chest. Oh my god.
Yeah, sorry. I hope I'm not spoiling too much again, but...
Although, I feel really smart for having figured that out, but at the same time... I can't believe that's what it fucking comes down to. A card and a fucking fork. Knife. Excuse me. Knife. Cork. Something.
Yes, totally.
Ha.
But we don't have any evidence to prove that Matt's not the one who did it.
I guess.
So that's what it comes down to still. We have to somehow find evidence to prove it otherwise. To prove him innocent.
Right, because again, we don't know who the killer actually is, and it looks like...
Exactly.
Okay.
Matt Ongard and Juan Correa were huge rivals with each other. They each thought the other guy was in his way. That's motive enough in my book. As for evidence, there's the Jammin' Ninja's button. It was ripped off of the ninja costume and was found in Mr. Ongard's hakama. The defendant's fingerprints were also all over the knife. The defendant brought the knife for the crime, which makes this a premeditated murder. So the defendant's fingerprints were found on the knife used in the stabbing. It was sort of sticky on the handle, so the fingerprints came out pretty clearly, sir. And here's this button. It was found in the defendant's clothes, was it? And is this button also covered in blood? Yes, and we know that the blood on it is the victim's blood, sir.
Why would there be blood on it if he wasn't stabbed until after he was already dead? And then the bloody button is then implanted on somebody else's thing, like...
Because, yeah, if you think about it, if he died from strangulation, there shouldn't have been any blood.
Exactly.
The blood would have only come from the stabbing. So, yeah, you're actually onto something.
And huge rivalry or not, how does it implicate Matt at this point?
The fingerprints and the fact that the button was found in his clothes.
The button at this point seems incredibly irrelevant, though.
Well,
because we just... pointed out.
We pointed out amongst ourselves.
Oh,
but we have to
yeah,
point it
yeah,
out in the game, too.
Ooh.
We're too far ahead.
Yeah. Sorry.
That's okay.
I am having fun with it, though.
That's good. I'm glad.
Because now that I know, I'm having fun with, like, the naivete, but also, like, you're fucking stupid.
Oh, sorry.
All those points to it being correct. Yes, it most certainly does, Your Honor. Ready to give in yet, Wright?
I'll find the hole in your argument somehow.
For the enemies!
Yeah.
You can press as hard as you like. Just hurry up with your usual pointless questions.
Well, we'll hurry up with our usual pointless questions in the next episode.
That was really fucking loud.
Sorry, I didn't realize how loud that would be. See you guys next time.
Bye.